Okay, let's go to Goodison. The last time that Arsenal will play at Goodison. This was a bit of a classic game in two halves. Arsenal in the first half, goal through Trossard. Made a couple of deep runs, a very Trossard-esque finish from his right foot to his left foot past the goalkeeper before he can get set. But Everton's played particularly well. I thought second half looked a lot more at it, a bit more David Moyes-esque. Njai scoring from the penalty spot after Lewis Skelly was maybe slightly harshly
I thought it was a little harsh.
judged with the challenge on the edge of the box with Harrison. Referee thought it was in the box, gave the penalty, assumed then VAR and looks it's not a clear and obvious error. There was a little bit of body contact, not an awful lot. I was with you. I thought it was a little bit harsh, but once the referee give it, I think it was always going to be given. And Jai got the goal, and Everton got a share of the points. And I know Mikel Arteta talked about being a bit disappointed second half that his team didn't continue to play to command the game as they would like. But obviously, we all know there's a huge game coming up on Tuesday against Real Madrid.
If I can just address Everton first, Rob, because I really liked Everton from the first whistle in this game. You know, you think about where they are on the table now. There's nothing really to play for. They're safe. You know, it's a difficult game. But I'm like, fair play to David Moyes because they're showing tons of energy.
Yeah.
They're as aggressive as they always are, particularly under David Moyes.
Yeah.
They're direct. You know, the long balls are back in play. They're asking questions. They're a threat. They're a threat, old school style of threat, where it's direct balls into channels, getting balls into box, plenty of crosses in there. They're using the big guys as set pieces, the long throw-ins. They are maximizing what they've got. And if there's one thing he's done over the years, David Moyes, is doing exactly that in whichever style that it is. I just like their energy and the way that they made it a pretty aggressive, uncomfortable game for Arsenal. And as I switched to Arsenal a little bit, changes again. European football, players getting the right amount of minutes, and I know that's important. And Bukayo Saka gets
they got 45, didn't they? Him and Martinelli.
45.
Yeah. Odegaard got 30.
Yeah. So from their point of view, I mean, am I disappointed? Or Arsenal fans disappointed? Because it's my note at the end of the game for Arsenal is not really that bothered about this game.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's all about getting the minutes and the shape of the squad.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay with that, Rob?
I think so. I was asked the same question, Bex, about the team, and and I said this is prep. This is a prep day for Arsenal. It's a prep day for Tuesday night against Real Madrid.
Should it be a Premier League game against Everton? Should it
has to be, Rob, because if he goes big and he picked up another injury or anything else happens, he's open to all kinds of questions. He's got to go where he believes the biggest opportunity is going to be, and that's certainly going to be Tuesday night against Real Madrid, getting themselves a decent start in the two-legged affair that is going to be difficult, however it plays out. So, no, I wasn't dead set against it. I got to be honest, I was a little surprised, and I don't know if your take and if there's anything scientific in this. I just thought Martinelli and Saka, it was obviously decided they were going to have 45 minutes, probably 2 or 3 days before the game. I just always think, Rob, that give this second half 5 or 10 minutes, get back into the flow of the game. And that's not just because the goal was scored or whatever, and then get the players on. I know you start from the same place if you do it at half time, but I don't know. I just felt like if you're going to give him 45, start him then and take him off at half time. It's not a big thing. It just made me, because at half time, I think we were talking. I said, you'll probably get 5-10 minutes and then the two boys will get 30-minute run out and whatever. I just didn't particularly see what the 45 and listen, not because the goal got conceded. I didn't think it was should have been a penalty, but just, I don't know, in the way that it happened. But listen, he's got minutes in the legs. It was a prep for what's important. It's all about Tuesday night. People won't be talking about a point at Goodison, regardless of what happens in the Champions League.
That's a bit of a consequence, Rob, of the Premier League season this year, where the one at the top is going to win it, and others are focusing or refocusing on other competitions. And
correct.
And it's a bit frustrating when we want every Premier League game to be amazing, but the reality are now in European football, the domestic leagues are one thing, and the Champions League and other competitions are incredibly important to these clubs for so many different reasons. And at this time of the season, you're starting to see a little bit of, just a little bit of thought going into
not the strongest teams playing in the league. Yeah. Maybe something we've got to get used to, Rob. Certainly with the finance that the Champions League brings. I read somewhere that if you get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, it virtually gives you $100 million.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So, with PSR and that, the English clubs are definitely going to be focused in on that. So 1-1 draw for Arsenal.
Nice finish from Trossard, Rob, wasn't it? Nice finish from Trossard.
Yeah.
Typical Trossard goal. Really good finish.
Just looking ahead to Tuesday night, Real Madrid. Do you think it's a straight decision that Mikel Moreno starts as the 9? Is there any way he could go something a bit different, maybe false 9 with the likes of Rudiger and that, who might prefer the big guy who he can have a fight with and the clever movement in the top end of the pitch?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. My sense is that I still think he'll go with the experienced Mikel Moreno.
Yeah.
He's in good goal-scoring form. This is a home game. You need to try and rack up, if that's the right term, some goals against Real Madrid at home before you go there. I mean, Trossard's in good form. Trossard could be a busy little player, like you said, around Rudiger. You need to play. Do you need to try and bully up to Rudiger? Do you need to try and put a quick player against him?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. I think Martinelli and Saka. It looks like Saka's going to start, Rob, doesn't it?
I know.
Talked about this.
Ready to this. Yeah.
Is that enough now? Is that enough minutes in his legs to start a game like this, or even if he's 80%?
They'll go 60, 65 minutes and let him have a blast and then save him for the second leg. But yeah, looking forward to it. However it all plays out. So well. Mikel Arteta get his team ready for a huge game home to Real Madrid at the Etihad on Tuesday.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Lowe, and as we head towards the end of an exciting Premier League season, make sure you like and subscribe on the NBC Sports YouTube channel for more content like this.